Offshore Accident Lawyer. It is important to hire the right sea accident lawyer if you or a family member has been injured while working as a dock worker, seaman, or employee in the oil and gas industry. These jobs are very difficult and dangerous. You rely on your employer and other responsible parties to put safety measures in place and make sure they are followed. Unfortunately, too many companies fail to protect their workers. What damages can I get for my maritime work injuries? As your marine injury lawyer, our goal is to make sure that whoever is responsible is held accountable. We will make sure you receive the money you need to recover from your injuries and pay your bills. The damages you may be entitled to fall into two main categories: economic and non-economic. Economic damages are pretty straightforward. They may include money for medical expenses, hospital bills, medical devices, mobility aids, medication copays, therapy and rehabilitation expenses, money for expected future medical expenses, lost wages due to your recovery, vocational rehabilitation, loss of earning capacity. If the injuries affect your ability to work long-term or permanently, not all losses are clear, of course. Non-economic damages are meant to compensate for emotional pain and suffering, anxiety, and lower quality of life. In some cases of extreme negligence, you may be entitled to punitive damages. These are designed to punish the plaintiff. If you qualify as a seaman under the Jones Act, see below, you may be eligible for benefits called maintenance and cure. Maintenance compensates the worker for the cost of room and board as they recover. A cure is the cost of the injured sailor's medical expenses, along with transportation needed to get to treatments. Once the sailor reaches maximum medical improvement, the maintenance and healing benefits end. Maximum medical recovery means that the person is as healthy as they are going to be, even if they are not completely healed. What is the Jones Act, and does it apply to my case? The Jones Act is also called the Merchant Marine Act of 1920. It's a federal law that gives seamen certain protections. It allows them to sue their employer if they are injured on the job due to the employer's negligence. If you spend most of your time working on a ship or ship at sea, you may be considered a sailor. If you work on a ship as a deckhand, diver, engineer, driller, mechanic, captain, partner, waiter, cook, fisherman, or in another capacity, you may meet the definition of seaman. If you meet the definition of seaman under the law, you are not entitled to workers' compensation. You should seek compensation for your injuries through the Jones Act. Under the Jones Act, employers of seafarers are required to provide a reasonably safe work environment and to maintain the vessel in a reasonably safe condition. The Jones Act holds employers liable even if the injured worker contributed to the accident in some way. Examples of unsafe conditions for which employers may be liable include broken or poorly maintained equipment, oil or grease on the deck, failure to properly train, lack of proper equipment, negligence of a coworker, assault by a coworker, failure to provide sufficient manpower, and failure to provide warnings about hazards known to the employer. Generally, you must file your Jones Act lawsuit within 3 years of the date of the accident. *****. Please note, always speak directly with an attorney to understand the statute of limitations and any other deadlines that apply to your claims. Even if you don't qualify as a seaman under the Jones Act, other laws in place may apply to your case. These include the Outer Continental Shelf Lands Act and the Longshore and Harbor Workers' Compensation Act. If your loved one was killed in a maritime accident, the Death on the High Seas Act may apply. A serious head injury, serious back injury, burns, loss of a limb. Maritime worker injuries are often terrible, life-changing, and costly. If you or a loved one has been injured on the job, you need an attorney to guide you through the complicated laws. An attorney will help you determine the right channels through which to seek compensation for your losses. Don't do this alone. How much is my sea accident case worth? We can't determine exactly how much your matter is worth without meeting with you and investigating your case. Even then, past recoveries cannot predict or guarantee future outcomes. Many variables help determine how much money you can receive. Your pre-injury wages, your medical bills and other expenses, your estimated future medical expenses, if and when you will be able to return to work, your non-economic losses, if you are filing for compensation through the Jones Act or workers' compensation. Offshore accidents are too important topic. Please wait. For the next part, make sure to subscribe to the channel.